Okay, welcome all. Let's go ahead and get this started. Call the meeting to order. This is our regular meeting for Tuesday, October 28th. The year is flying by. The board will entertain discussion and a motion regarding the minutes for the last meeting, August 26th, 2025. Everybody will review those quickly.
I make a motion to approve the minutes for Tuesday, August 26, 2025.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And it says printed or approved. Thank you. Moving right along, we have several items of new business today. We'll start with number one is a request from Sign Crafters Incorporated on behalf of Walmart Real Estate Business Trust, who is requesting a variance from developmental standard for larger than allowed square footage for a sign. They're requesting a sign that will have a total of 153.53 square feet, which is 53.53 square feet larger than allowed by the ordinance. The sign is for the proposed fuel center Walmart is planning to build. I'll remind anybody speaking for or against that they're signed in, and please come to the podium when you're speaking so that we can hear you.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm Heather Werner. I'm just representing Sign Crafters and Walmart for this case. So basically, the Walmart already has 2 road signs existing. The road sign that's in the parking lot, the double pole sign, Walmart is requesting to add fuel readers to the pole sign. So the look of it will stay the same. We're just requesting with the fuel station, new addition, to have fuel readers along that stretch of the road. So that's basically the square footage that's additional.
Clarify if you would, please. The fuel reader, you're talking about the price of fuel?
The price of the fuel, so yes, that is the additional 53.3 square feet that we're requesting additional to that road sign that's already there. So the top sign is the same square footage as what it is currently, just new branding basically. But with the fuel station addition, they would like to add the fuel pricers to that existing structure.
Which would be below.
Below, yes, in between the poles.
So no height or width.
No height or width differential. Basically, they're going to put that cabinet in between the pole structure. We'll have everything engineered prior to constructing it and so forth. Those can always be submitted to you guys for the jurisdiction because we as a company have to make sure footers and so forth structurally can handle the new cabinet. If not, we'll have to put in a new footer just adjacent in the parking lot to it just to make sure structurally it's sound. But that is the request from Walmart, is to ask for the additional 53.3 square feet for the fuel readers. Other than that, that I believe is the only thing that was requested on this variance. Any questions? Or?
Just so I'm clear, this isn't a new 153-foot sign in addition
Correct.
to, this is in addition to the
What's there.
existing.
Yes, if we have to dig a new footer, those poles will be cut to grade and those poles will be relocated to the new, because we can't engineer something in a ground unless we know what footer structure is there. But as far as square footage change to the existing sign, no, we're only just asking for that additional 53 for the fuel pricers. So that would be the only thing additional.
Okay. Just so they're clear, this is not the pylon sign that's out at the.
Not on the
not
John,
the-
it's on the,
one that Becky's got.
yes, the one and it's in the parking lot. It's the single tenant sign that's on Walmart's property.
And I think in your packet, you'll see that the sign is.
Yeah. So right now, what you see out there is the Walmart sign with the double poles currently.
I had not dug deep enough into my
But there's some
packet
paper.
yet. I was asking questions that probably would have been very evident
That's okay.
to me.
So you're saying this is on Becky's, off of Becky's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there maybe a dumb question, but are are they, by putting them below, do they create a vision?
No, because that sign's 40-foot overall height already, so we're probably still gonna be clearance of probably good 25 foot.
Okay.
Because they'll want to clear, I think there's a, when I drove by there, it looks like a tree line, so they're gonna want to make sure they clear that tree line, just because at that point, there's no visibility from that direction, but
And what
yes.
you're putting in is just solely for the gas and.
Correct,
and,
correct.
Diesel.
And the sign above it having a new face change, because Walmart's branding has changed to a new look, but nothing to any of us would notice,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Walmart is Walmart. So, but yeah,
Is the actual width of the sign shrinking?
the actual width is no, it's a 20-foot sign.
Okay.
Yep. Same height, same width.
Okay.
Now, in Walmart's eyes, they would love to go bigger, but
Right.
we try to keep it reasonable.
Are there any other comments or questions for her?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much for your.
Thank you.
Are there any speaking against this, or have you heard
There's
anything?
no one been notified. Walmart owns all the way around us.
I understand.
For the city of Bedford, they don't have the restrictions.
And it's just one sign, isn't it?
Are there any other questions or discussions? Ladies? You look like you're thinking about something.
Well, I am. I'm still mulling it in my head. I thought this was going to be, I thought it was a request for a new sign and not an addition. And my concern was that just within the last few years, on that very same street within sight, we had made one gentleman take down part of his sign that went up in error. And we had told Culvers they could not put a 90-foot sign up. Now, both of those were new when they went up. And I'm kind of big on precedent, but from hearing this, just a few meetings ago, we allowed the same situation with Mr. Lawyer at Revere's. And he put his price sign in below his sign, and it fits, it looks fine, it's not, I don't think it violates the intent of this. So my mind is a bit more at ease. I would make a motion that we approve the variance for this additional signage, since it's fitting on the same structure that's already there.
I have then a motion.
And I'll second.
And a second to approve this variance as requested. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? This variance as requested has been approved. Thank you very much. Moving right along, because we have lots to do today. Item number 2 involves Mr. Danny Baker requesting a variance from developmental standards for less than required setbacks at the address 1903 8th Street. A variance request for less than the required setbacks on the east boundary line with 727 S Street of 6 feet instead of 11 feet. Mr. Baker would like to place a prefab garage there measuring 24 by 24 between his house and the east property line. I understand that we had gotten some information on this item previously from Mr. Jones, and I know that, is it correct that Mr. Baker is not able to be here, but his guardian is here? Is that correct? Okay. I'm not sure that I fully understood.
Okay.
I mean, I understand what I read there to some degree, but I understand that this is a lot that is elongated and not very wide.
Correct.
Correct.
Correct. It's longer than what normally your wide house goes back. This one is strips long. So based upon those setbacks, he would need to be 11 feet off of each property line versus if they were on S Street or T Street, it would be 5 feet or 6 feet, depending on how the zone over there. So he doesn't have room between his house and that parking lot that you see in the picture to be able to get this 24 by 24.
Where's the parking lot on this, over here? Or?
Where the car is parked.
On the head up.
I think you're in the wrong, I think that's the wrong photo.
This photo.
Does that concern anybody?
I think it's the wrong photo.
On the S Street side.
Oh, I got you. I had the wrong. Okay.
Oh, you've got not only the, you've got
Yeah.
the wrong picture.
I've got a wrong picture.
Keep digging. It's in there.
Okay, I got you.
While you're digging, I have a question.
Go ahead, please.
The parking lot, what is that a parking lot for? Is that just an empty space at this point that people are, what's that?
So the house is to the north of that car.
Okay, yeah,
It belongs to that property, and that parking lot used to be a car sales.
okay.
Years back. So it's just a parking lot that belongs to that house that's to the north of this property.
So basically, this square here is where the garage is gonna go.
Yes. There is another option that he could build it instead of having the 50, it's either 15 or 20, I can't remember. Distance between the house and the garage, and then that would move him over a little bit off that parking lot. But I wouldn't want to go any less than 10 feet, just in case something happened inside that garage, car catches on fire, I don't want to shut his house, so. The 6 feet off the property line would be a normal side setback if the property went this way instead of this way.
To the other direction, yeah.
Have you got any feedback from the neighbor to the north here?
I did not.
Sir, the garage, is it going to be a garage or a workshop or a storage shed?
And he's
or-
gonna put tools in it, but he also wants to place park his truck.
Okay,
So he just moved there a few weeks ago, so he just, he wanted the garage and he has, why he's got the money, he wanted to go ahead and try to buy one, so. And, that was really the only side we could build one. He lives off room on the other side of the house, so. So that's, he's not gonna use it for no business or nothing like that. Okay. It's just personal use.
so really, Kevin, if I understand this, if the lot was a regular lot, the setbacks would be such that the garage would fit in there and still meet the requirements. Is that correct? Because it would be a 5-foot setback.
Yes, particularly if the house was turned like.
If the house- yeah, I said
If
lot,
the
if the house
where
was
it
turned,
faced the parking
yeah.
lot, And he wanted to put the garage behind, there'd be absolutely no issues at all.
No reason they'd have to come to us even. It's because of the way the house is structured. I got you.
I see, I'd stagger there, so, yeah. I think I finally found the right pictures. And maybe the question was, is there anybody speaking against this or?
No.
And it won't impede anything, traffic. I mean, it's not gonna affect traffic or anybody.
No.
No.
I mean, even if the lot next door, if there's to some point she decided to divide that off and build a house, there's still plenty of room and they'd have to abide by their setbacks, so they'd still be 12 feet apart. At a minimum.
Are there other questions or clarifications from you? You have any my main concern would just be would be clearance for safety purposes, anything like that. And it doesn't appear there's going to be a problem at all because of the way everything is laid out.
Chairman, I'll be happy to make a motion to approve the 6-foot setback instead of 11.
Okay, I have a motion to approve the variances requested for the 6 feet in lieu of the 11 that normally require. Do I have a second to that?
I can second that one.
I have a second here. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The variance for item number 2, Mr. Baker's been approved as requested. Thank you. But you're more than welcome to stay, everybody, but as your item is completed, if you need to go, you're more than welcome to do so. Unless Kevin has something for you to sign. Okay, moving right along, then item number 3 is a request from Adam Chastain Properties LLC for 628 I Street, requesting a variance from developmental standards less than the required lot size of 6,000 square feet in an R3 residential 3 zone. The lot is currently 13,500 square feet. They wish to subdivide this parcel into 3 separate parcels, resulting in each being 50 by 90, measuring 4,500 square feet each. Again, anybody speaking for or against, if they would please approach the podium and let us know what's going on.
Is this a Sam Shaw property?
It is.
Oh,
Hi, I'm Travis Norman. I'm representing Adam Chastain. So what he has a corner lot there, and the lots right now run east-west, and there's 2 of them. He's wanting to subdivide them north-south and do 3 smaller lots to build residential homes on. So right now, this is zoned, I believe it's R3. So the minimum is 6,000 square feet. We're requesting to go 4,500 square feet on each one, which they'd be 50 by 90 lots. And like I say, we're looking to do 3 residential homes there is what he's planning. And all the homes would face towards 7th Street in that area. And this is Sam Shaw's lot where he had the signs and different things. Yeah.
We all kind of knew.
I made you sign one time.
That wasn't the place you normally wanted to find it. But I'm sure he's celebrating you.
Yeah.
This does not include Sam's old house.
It does not.
Because there's an alley. Well, I see it in the picture. There's an
Yeah.
alley there.
Yeah.
Separates that. Okay. So this is just the lot where he put his sign.
That's correct.
Got it.
Yeah, like I say, it's 2 existing lots. And they're pretty narrow, but long lots that run east-west. And he's just looking to reorient them and go north-south and do 3 smaller lots and make them wider. They'd be 50 feet wide by 90 feet deep.
What are the other lots in the area?
Most of those are they're 50 by 150 is what they are.
So the majority meet the specifications?
They do, yep. And like I say, there is 2 lots there that go east-west, already existing.
Inside. Oh, yeah. Because this was the corner right where he always put the signs facing the corner and his house. It's right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the So I'm just got to in R3 with the 6,000 or is it all residential?
R3 is a minimum, supposed to be a minimum of 6.
No, it's good, okay, but E3, B1, do that in the spirit, do they have separate?
They do have different
Okay.
sizes.
R3 would be, in other words, the 6,000 would be our highest.
It's actually the
So the-
smallest.
I'm sorry, the smallest, the greater, the most dense.
Yes.
Understood.
Kevin, have any of the other neighbors commented?
I did not hear anything from anybody. I think that was out there, all surrounding neighbors.
Is Sam's old house occupied? Is Sam's old house occupied?
I'm not for sure, to be
Adam
honest.
owns it also, and he's, probably gonna tear it down and put another house.
I was past there the other day and it looked like, I thought at first somebody was putting a roof on it, but it kind of looks like they're tearing it down, but
I think that's.
it's hard to tell yet. It was just a couple of pickups and some guys up there with hammers and crowbars, so I don't know what they're doing with that.
I mean, my concern would be the deviation of all the other surrounding lots. I don't see, it's already set up for 2 lots. I mean, it would make sense to build 2 homes there, I would think, and keep with the existing neighborhood structure there, but
I'm bothered by the fact we have a perfectly established lot here with 2 parcels, room for 2 houses, perfectly legal. And I know a lot of these older communities, areas have been grandfathered in. So I just hate to continue that when with new construction going in, we have a chance to fix it and make it meet the requirements. So I'm hesitant about splitting it into 3. If it's already in 2,
Mhm.
I mean, he could put two houses on that. And I know he's gonna say he doesn't want to do that, and I don't blame him. I wouldn't either if I had the land.
Just trying to maximize, what you can do here.
Yeah, I just hate to start, when we're going with new construction, to start splitting stuff up where we're already cutting 25% off of the minimum requirement.
Now, on the flip side of that, if you look to the east of the alley though, that house faces north-south also. So it's just on the other side of the alley.
Yeah.
So the way we're looking to divide it kind of goes in line with what's on the other side of the alley also. Just to, if you're wanting to keep in with what's going on in the area.
Tell me what you mean by that.
Yeah, so right here, this lot,
Okay.
yeah. And if you look on this drawing here, you can see we want to go that way. That one's already that way. Yeah,
Travis, you know the size of that lot?
it is 50 foot wide, but it's not the full 90. You can see that little gap there in the
Right.
back. So it's just a little smaller, and I think that's like a 15-foot gap there in the back.
So 75, say?
I'm saying it's 50 by 75, so it's smaller than what we're looking at doing.
That one you're talking about there actually was formerly a service substation, no longer in service. So,
Is it? Yeah.
What'd you say, Kevin?
that one used to be, it was a substation that was vacated by public service at the time.
Yeah, well.
It is, 45, like,
What's the zoning on that?
it's already,
It is
It's
already-
R3,
okay.
yeah.
the other parcel where
Place, that's all his sheds. He had the house. but
Sam's house was, or is,
Sheds out there, and where he was the roof of those, I believe. Okay. Because right here.
45 by 1.
Building, okay, right, that's his house. That's all right, that's one house, all right, because this one is for the same side. I mean, it's got, yeah. Okay, that alley split his property. Yeah, and I hear what you're saying, Travis, about that. I'm just thinking with new construction, I'd like to start cleaning some of this stuff up where we have the opportunity to do that. So much of it was grandfathered in and we can't until something happens where we have that opportunity. And this is one, and I know Adam's gonna hate me, but. Oh, well. Yeah, it's not a popularity contest.
Right. Yeah, I'm just here to, give my facts and, do my thing. So. But I do know, the reason for doing it is to maximize what you can do.
Yes. Yeah.
Bring 3 new tax bases instead of 2 type things, so. Because anything we do would definitely meet the setbacks. Obviously, you'd have to get our building permits and things like that, but
Right.
yeah.
Now, so if we were to go to the 2, if we were to not do 3 and do 2, we would not have a setback problem, is that right?
If he would decide to do 2, I don't think there would be a problem with space or setbacks or anything. I mean, they're over, they'd each be well over the 6,000 square feet if the whole lot is 13 and
Yeah.
change.
And there are already existing lots that were platted in the early
Yeah,
1800s.
And it's already platted out like that. It would just, he wouldn't even have to come to us. It's just got to us because he's wanting to whack 25% off each of the now 3 parcels off of the 6,000 square foot.
So at this point, we have any other discussion? We have
Would you like that in the form of a motion?
Well, I think, at this point, we don't have an approval for it, obviously. So,
No.
so I think we would need to document what the answer is, not.
Well, at the risk of Adam's ire, I will make a motion that we not approve this variance to make 3 non-conforming lots out of 1 or 2 conforming lots. Mainly because this is our opportunity to start making some changes up in there.
I have a motion to deny the variance as requested. Do I have a second? Sorry.
I'll second.
I have a second of that. Keith, all in favor of the denial of the variance? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed to the denial of the variance? Okay, the variance as requested on item number 3 for Adam Chastain Properties LLC is denied as requested. We certainly appreciate your time and your time. Thank you. Let's keep going, guys. Number 4.
Tell him it was me, Travis.
It is regarding Deckard Properties LLC requesting a variance from developmental standards for less than required setbacks off E Street of 20 feet in lieu of 25 feet. Request for this variance, less than required setbacks between structures of 10 feet instead of 15 feet. And a variance request for less than required setback on the east boundary line with 415 15th Street of 10 feet instead of 12.7 feet. Deckard Properties LLC would like to build 10 duplex buildings on the property they own at the East Street between 15th Street and Foot Street.
Yeah, did that make sense?
A lot there, but I know you're gonna help us unpack.
Yeah, so basically the setback on E Street is currently 25. To fit the 10 structures we're wanting and still get somewhat of the, close to the setback to the east, we wanted to encroach 5 foot into the 25-foot setback and make it 20, which the houses will be running north to south. I think by moving the 20-foot in, we actually cleared some trees that were within that right of way to allow for line of sight. Most vehicles aren't more than 20 foot long, and those are dead end roads. So
Moving towards Foot Street then, correct, right?
yeah, this is
That's the
E
side.
Street. Yeah, this is the west side.
On the west side, okay.
Yeah, and this would be the
Gotcha.
east side, this would be the north side, south side. So this setback is currently set at 25 feet. We're asking that we can move that to 20 feet, which will still give you plenty of line of sight, especially coming off of these roads, being that they're dead end roads. There's not a ton of like through traffic or anything like that on there. I think you pull a vehicle, any normal vehicle up on here, you're gonna have plenty of line of sight to come out either direction.
Is that how far Foot Street comes in, right here, approximately?
Yeah, yep. Foot Street actually,
Well, till it dead ends.
yeah, right now it currently stops, yeah, right around in here. but it's platted to actually
Right,
extend
right.
all the way down to the tree line, which we will extend Foot Street.
So,
Okay.
so where would the entryway, we've got parking spots here.
Parking, yep.
Oh, and parking here. Where would they come into this? Off of,
Foot Street and 15th Street.
okay, 15 and Foot Street here, and then with this being a dead end and maybe or maybe not getting completed, they would come in and
Yeah, so they come down Foot Street once we extend it. There's adequate parking. It requires 2 per unit. So we've got adequate parking. We're just asking if we can bump everything down. That still allows us to maintain 10 feet in between the properties just for utility accesses and a little bit of clearance between I think the second part of that is that the ordinance is for 15 feet between structures. And that's because of, these are separate lots. If this, which we intend to combine this all into one lot, if we combine that into one lot, that 15 foot really becomes unnecessary. But we're just, as part of this, before we combine the lots, we're just requesting the variance change to 10 feet here. And then that gives us,
Will there be an association set up for that? Or
No.
You don't have to, you have to do it for them.
yeah, no, it'll be, no, it'll just all be rental management. Yeah, look, I don't wanna, there's a high demand for 4-bedroom, 2-bath house in the area.
No question.
And, we're trying to just meet the need. of
these
what
will
we're
be single-family units?
Yep.
Each, okay. I wish Mel was here because he always jumps in. We always ask him about fire access between buildings. like
And
that. I don't know if 10 feet is enough or not.
Well, the 10 feet is minimum,
Yeah, which we were gonna go ahead and do fire rated walls.
if 10
Okay.
feet there, they will have to be fire rated on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you see any visibility issues with that, Kevin?
I don't. I went over and looked at it, and I mean, there's, on 15th Street, there's not a whole lot of traffic here. And I do believe you have some people here that talk about this, or at least here, but I think 20 feet here, now that they've cleared all this off, you know, the crest of a hill here, so coming down, I think there's gonna be plenty.
That's all gonna be open basically, essentially, right?
It is all
Yeah,
open
so,
now, yes. I think, I don't see where 5 feet reduction there is gonna be a problem. I think there's only 2 telephone, 2 utility poles.
5 feet here, and if these were all separate, 5 feet here we're talking about, but that may not even be an issue, all right?
No, there's 10 feet
10
here.
feet.
Bob, you're saying normally.
Normally there would be 5 feet if they were separate lots, but.
I got
Yeah,
you. That's what, yeah.
Yeah, normally they would be, principal structures would have to be 15 feet apart.
Right.
correct.
So he's asking to reduce it to 10.
Reduce it to 10.
Which would mean
But if that
minimum
was one lot, though, that would be an issue.
It doesn't,
No,
well,
yeah,
it doesn't-
for fire.
I'm just, I wanted to clarify.
even at one lot, I mean, principal structures on a lot,
We still have,
so
the
many
10
feet
foot.
apart,
Right.
yes.
So 5 is what's being asked. A dick or 5's less.
yeah, 5 less, basically 5 less everywhere.
Understand?
And then this distance here, because there's 4 lots here, and then there's this one big lot. It was 127 feet across here.
Okay.
That's why you would need, it's supposed to be 12.7 feet off of this line
Yeah,
for this house,
Okay.
but he's asking to do it at 10 feet
At 10,
instead.
okay.
which
Reduce that
still
by
gives
2.7.
us, yeah, which still gives us plenty of, I think it was 25 feet from structure.
I believe so,
Yeah,
yes.
and it's still gonna, by doing that, it'll still give us more than 25 feet. I think it was like 27 feet.
But it allows you to keep this uniform, allows you to keep everything.
Everything, yeah, uniform. Yep. Does that all make sense?
This to me, yes, sir.
All right.
Thanks for bringing the paper. That
Oh, yeah, thanks, Kevin. He brought that paper.
Okay. Thank you, Dick. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Please, anybody, yes, please, step up there.
We're Richard and Serena Craig. We live on East Street.
Okay.
We have questions like, there's gonna be a lot more traffic because there'll be 20 families. And there's gonna be probably 40 toilets. So how are we gonna do that with our septic system that's old already on the old part of
Because the
town?
last time I talked to a city worker, he swore my sewer went down the hill underneath the lot below me. It went out to the street under the driveway. And he argued with me and said it did not go there.
Where do you guys live on East Street?
Right across from the main,
Yeah.
probably
We
the,
live right here. Right there.
Okay, gotcha. So this would be, okay.
Yeah, a little park there too. Driveway, you know, on the wall there too.
And the septic area you're saying,
is underneath the hill on East Street. Which means if they're gonna connect into anything on that side, they're gonna have to tear the
Yeah, 'cause
street
it's-
up to get to it.
Yeah, cause it's past the corner of our house there.
Yes, it's right at the end of my driveway. Maybe about 3 foot past the end of the driveway. And it's concerning for us because if they add all that pressure on a system that's been there since the 1940s, how much you want to bet it's going to blow shit out? I already know the storm sewer at the bottom of that hill. If you lift the lid, all of the limestone in it is falling into it. It's all collapsed in.
down at the bottom of the.
Yes. And I
And,
believe the city worker told me, that's not my problem, and covered it back up.
and our question is too, like, where are they gonna park? 20 different families, where's the parking gonna be at? Is there gonna be,
Especially if they put
ample
10
room to-
units in there.
yeah, to park, cause you're gonna have, 2 families for each duplex, that'll be 20 families.
The parking is on the drawing.
Is it on the drawing?
Yeah, please take a look. You're welcome to that, please. So these are the spots that he's talking about. Wrong here.
Just from the city's perspective,
So along that side and along this side.
Okay, so on the south side, yes, by 15th Street.
South side and north side.
So my other question is, and this maybe, what happens if you stay at 15 feet apart? You have to go to 8 units rather than 10?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it'll be a lot more traffic for us too. And I don't know. That's, our main concerns are the traffic with the parking and the septic situation.
You know, the septic and the water, because that system over there is old.
I know you spoke to a city worker. Did you guys reach out to actual? anyone
No, I
else
just,
within the city?
it was when I was trying to figure out where I had a break in my sewer line.
Derek, is that something you guys dug into at all as far as?
Well, so this was plotted before, and I believe it was, approved. I don't think there was quite as many lots or, duplexes on it, but the city had, the sewer main actually has already been extended and runs along the, south side of the property, and they actually have, the sewer tap stubbed up for these, which we would have to
And then-
Yeah, it is on the south side.
and tied
Oh, like
down.
right.
Yeah, it's
Tied
there's
there.
where you hook up down.
Yeah, they're between, on the easements, in between the structures. And then we would have to work with the city as far as, I believe the water main runs up, the west side of, East Street, is that
Yeah,
correct?
It
The
does.
water main runs up here and they have actually stubbed off the water main as well and dropped in, meter pits. For these, we'd need to, in terms
Because
of.
I know a lot of that meter stuff has been down there as long as I've owned the house.
Yeah, it's the meter.
They've been there for going on 12 years now. So I know they had the guy who had owned it before,
Yeah.
Decker, had planned on doing something with it. I think he got into tax trouble and couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it's just a concern because of
Yeah,
how old some of this stuff up there is.
as far as equipping these lots with it, the infrastructure is already, part of the infrastructure has already been completed, prior to Mr. Decker buying it. As far as the infrastructure, the existing infrastructure for the sewer with the city, I haven't really tied into it. Nothing, actually, this is the first that I've, heard of any kind of issue with it.
Well,
Yeah,
it's just because I ran into it when I had to
Yeah.
fix mine.
And there's a lot of, I know just from, renovating houses and building houses around there.
Everywhere.
You get into a lot of old clay tile and.
Well, and that's where I had the problem with mine, is it came out in PVC, had clay tile, PVC, clay tile. in it.
Right. But that's something that, if we run into issues, I mean, I'll get with, I believe Doug Staggs with the city, and, I can speak with him on any, concerns and issues.
But honestly, what your area's all been done from down in this area.
Yeah, it's all been.
So you're gonna end up
ran through.
running all this down?
Yeah, the sewer lines will come down between the structures, being that this elevation is higher. the
Right.
Gravity flow down.
So really, with the exception of your water supply maybe tapping in here somewhere, you're not really gonna have to disturb this area.
No.
Which was my main concern, is because if you had to tap into any of that,
No,
it
we
worries me.
We wouldn't need required tap in here.
Uh-huh.
We would tie into there's a new
Okay.
main that runs through that we would tap onto, where they extended it. I believe there's a manhole that sits out here in the road.
There it is.
That's
That's what I was,
sanitary. Yeah.
that's what I was talking about, that when you lift that lid off, it's all limestone, lining. It's all foam.
Yeah. And that's probably not as bad as there are some areas. in the
Oh, I
state.
know, it's not. I know it's not, it still drains, it's just kind of.
Yeah.
But like I said, when I was doing mine, I had the city worker come out and he sewer ran down the hill underneath that lot.
Down under.
Yeah, the
here on
lot,
the
here,
corner.
that's my lot. And I said, no, it doesn't. I said, I know the guy who put this in was my best friend. He comes out the back of the house, comes through the driveway and hooks in 2 feet out into the pavement.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, right down to the manhole.
Exactly.
I mean, that's why-
What about the fire hydrant? I'm wondering, I don't know how that works. Like, we have one on the corner of our
Yes.
lot.
They don't, like I said, his setback.
So
his
they're not gonna
setback
have
was
to
all-
widen
he
the
doesn't
road
have
or
to worry
anything like
about
that.
anything.
So we won't have to have that adjustment, okay?
Basically, the only thing we're asking for is the current, this,
Being 25, they want to make it 20.
yeah, this is 25 setback. We're asking for it to be 20. For vehicles pulling out of here, I don't think it'll be a line of sight issue or anything like that.
And then parking there too.
Yeah, and they'll be parking off of Fifth Street in
Okay.
front. of the-
I just was, my concern was them trying to park on our property, so we have nowhere to park or anything like that.
The only place you're gonna have a vision problem is at the top of the hill.
Okay. Yeah, when I'm going to work,
Because
it's,
there's that house right there on the corner, coming up to that stop sign at the very top of the hill. It's gonna be a bigger issue than at the bottom.
Gotcha.
And this road comes up over the hill and then it
Yes,
doesn't
it
turn.
turns, it just turns right on the
I'm
outside.
working from memory now. That's been a long time I've been over in there. And this isn't just an empty lot now, right now.
It's all empty, except for what, maybe 4 or 5 trees on the north side now?
I've actually got most of the trees all.
Yeah, I know, I know right on the north side. We still had a couple to take
I
down.
think there might be one. I don't even think we're gonna mess with them. He's referring to, I believe there's a tree here and then maybe one
And
up
then
here.
there's.
Yeah, if you look at the,
Where you're gonna be parking.
No,
whatever
I
the last Google map shows the trees there, but it looks like they're gone.
Yeah, they're all.
I just know they were there a week ago, so I don't know, I haven't paid that much attention.
The one, I mean, and it doesn't really pertain to you guys, but there's a utility pole that we will have to
Yes,
have
there is.
relocated, but, we'll.
Pretty standard.
Yeah.
well, they have to update the power, I wonder too, because we're gonna have so much more, like the transformer and things like that, when we have so many more families and electricity being pulled.
When-
Because we have outages
Right.
easy up there on that part of town when it storms.
Yeah,
They'll
Yeah.
definitely.
there's
they'll
already
check
been
the-
transformers set down underground, so all the feed will come from underground for these here.
Gotcha.
We'll probably, when we relocate this, set a couple of additional transformers up here, which when Duke will
their
handle
thing.
that, they do their
Duke
load
does
test.
their thing.
Right, they're gonna do that for the demand there. and
Oh, yeah.
It'll be right, they'll have to put it right in.
Yeah, because they haven't really updated things on our side of town in forever.
This will bring some updates.
Yeah, that's, I mean, that was our biggest issues was she had questions about the parking. I was worried about the underground
How are
infrastructure.
you?
And this is our neighbor.
Okay. Oh, please, yes.
Sarah Grant, I'm the little house at the top, if anybody got a picture, top of the hill.
This one?
Okay. I am very concerned, this is the old part of town, we have bad water pipes. Everything is old and deteriorated, and they're putting in 10 duplexes. This is a tiny little area. I think one of you has been over there to see it. Somebody has a tiny little area to try to put in 10 duplexes. They've already cut all the trees down, and that's not ecologically wise either, not to mention they were beautiful. And it is too small an area, it's too old an area, and it's not, I mean, this part of town has gone to hell, actually. And we used to be in walking distance of a grocery, that's gone now. I mean, it's not enough room for 10 duplexes, maybe 3.
Well, you say not enough room for 10. Is there room for 8? Because the only reason
No.
we are here, they could put 8 up right now and be completely in compliance.
Right.
So the
Well,
The
basically,
difference
I'm in
is
a bad
8
mood.
or 10.
I'm in a bad mood. I don't want any.
I understand that. I understand that. On the flip side, and I'm not, I'll just play devil's advocate. With people coming in there, you could well get your grocery store back.
Well,
They come where there's people
that might,
that can get to, but I feel your pain. I understand, but they can put 8 in there right now. We are here looking at giving them 10 feet in essence to add
okay.
2 more.
Okay, another question where my neighbor who couldn't be here. Where are they gonna, I mean, are we allowed to see the plan of how they're gonna do this or where they're gonna put them?
Please come take it. We have it right here.
Oh, okay. Where is the entryway? Is it gonna be off
Yes,
15th Street?
yes, come right up here,
You get the
man.
you get the large one there. So.
I think this will do a good job of
Oh, okay.
really kind of laying it out. So you've got Foot Street here, and then 15th here, and E Street here. So there you go. So where your home is, let's make sure we're looking at that. Okay, right down there. So the parking is going to be here and here. So they'll be entering from
Both sides.
both sides.
From Foot Street,
Right.
and
So
south
this
side
this
of
street will
the
come farther down, and there will be parking there and there.
Right, so I believe, so that I'm assuming that's open parking, in other words, there's not gonna be one entryway, and it's not gonna be tight, it's gonna be pulled in from, you'll be able to come.
they're
in all the
required
way
to
up.
have it has to be so wide depending on the number of
Correct,
spaces.
that's what.
Yes.
So
And I
you
don't know
shouldn't
those
have any
numbers.
situation where you're going to pinch.
Okay.
They won't be parking, well, they shouldn't be parking in your yard, if so.
Right.
You can call the police and run. I think they've got to park.
You can handle yourself, you can say, yes. They wouldn't be there long, I bet.
And this is the, this lawn here.
Yeah, that's the area. That'd be the area in between them right there.
That's right, long, that's right, same in between.
Okay. So, all right, that helps.
It helps to see it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really
It answers a lot of
Oh,
questions.
and the other question is, when are they gonna start this?
Derek, if this were to be approved, when would this be started?
We're hoping to pull the trigger here pretty soon. I'd have to, as soon as it's approved, I've got meetings with the city of Bedford about utilities and hookups such as the water line and Duke. So there's some infrastructure work, getting the road cut in, and then, I would like, we'll probably do it in like 2 phases where we do maybe the 15th Street side and the Foot Street side or something along those lines. But I would love to.
Within 30 days, you think, or?
Yeah, I would say within 30 days, we'll be rolling. So
So the road won't be blocked off for us to be able to.
East Street.
East Street. Did that answer your question? Wonderful. Wonderful. Wonderful.
And you are one of the pleasant ones that comes in with a bad mood. I see a lot of bad moods once in a while, but on the other hand, so pleasant. Right.
Always right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for the time. Is there any more, are there anybody speaking on this, on behalf of or against this? If not, let's entertain any more discussion, we need clarification, a motion.
It sounds like the concerns of the neighbors have been addressed, or at least are on the table and will be addressed. And since they wouldn't even be here if it was 8 units, the request is to give them about 10 feet. And it doesn't seem to bother the sight lines. There's plenty of parking as required. It looks like utilities will be handled or are in the process of being handled. I don't have a clue what all you have to go through to get the whole sewer thing. You can put yours in, but it has to tie into the existing decrepit system somewhere, which is outside the purview of this meeting, certainly. So having said all of that as a basis, I would make a motion that we approve these setback variances.
I have a motion to approve the setback variances as requested by Decker Properties LLC. Do I have a second for this?
I'll second.
I have a second from Bill. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The variances as requested have been approved. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Very clear and good information and good communication. That's how we get it done right. Okay, thank you, guys.
Been a long time.
I know, Bill. How are you?
How you doing?
Good, good. How's our meeting?
Emily? Yeah, she's fine. Both her kids are out of college.
Yeah, not crazy.
Yeah, Reese, neither one of them married, but, he is engaged.
Number 5, 6, and 7
That's awesome.
then are all for the same entity. Is that correct?
Hey, thanks, guys.
Thank you. Nobody, yes, okay. I get it. Okay. So it's all to you, sir, so let me go ahead and read these for the record. So, these are public hearings from It's Always Something LLC for 3 separate items, requesting a variance from developmental standards less than required lot size of 6,000 square feet in a PR zone at 2220 P Street, requesting to subdivide into parcels which would result in lots 2 and 2A being 6,500 square feet. But lot 2B will only be 5,590 square feet. The next item, we do need just one at a time, guys.
Let's do them one at a
One at a
time.
time, very good. So please, let's start with item number 5.
Item number 5,
Yes, sir.
and that's the ones that's lot 2, 2A, and 2B, is that correct?
That's correct, sir.
Okay. So this property here, he owns 3 tracts. So he has 2 lots that run east-west, and at the very top, he has a real small little bitty lot up there where you can kind of see a tree sets right in the middle of it. What he's wanting to do is restructure this and create 3 lots again, but he's gonna make 3 buildable tracts instead of that one little small tract up there by itself. So he's wanting to do lot 2, which will run north-south, and lot 2A and 2B will run east-west. Lots 2 and 2A already hit the 6,000 square feet minimum. They're 6,500. It's lot 2B that we'll need the variance on, because it's only going to be 43 feet wide by 130 feet long, which is about 5,600 square feet. So we're going to fall about 400 square feet short for that one.
And that's the one, this one right here?
That's the one that's got the existing garage on it there. Yes,
Okay.
yeah, that one there. Yeah. Yeah, this one's kind of highlighted in the black.
Okay.
Yeah. But this is Jody Cobb that's doing this. I don't know if you guys know Jody, but he's got several rental properties, and I would kind of play into the other 2 we're doing as we go on here.
So these are the related items. Essentially.
They are, yeah.
Okay.
And they're all pretty much right here in this same area out there by the old Dunn Hospital.
Gotcha. Okay.
But his thoughts on this one was he could break it up like this and get 3 nice tracks and bring the one kind of into conformity that's a small tract up on the north end of that blacked out area. He's showing that drawing.
So I'm sorry, I apologize. I made it clear, I know, but so what you're saying is, how does so this one, right?
Yeah, that's an existing lot right now,
Okay.
as is this.
All right.
So is that little bitty one.
Okay, I
So
got
that's where he's wanting to turn that lot like this
I see what you're saying now. Okay.
to kind of do away with that smaller lot that's
Okay.
there.
I got you.
And at this
by
point,
turning it that way, it lines up with everything else.
right. And as you see the lot lines right now, that is how it was platted back in the I think this was platted in the 40s, somewhere in there.
Probably.
So as you see the orange lines, that is how it was platted and laid out.
So essentially, we have, in this particular item, we have one lot being requested to be below the
That's
well,
correct.
I mean, just below the 6,000.
If you left it as it is, lots 2A and 2B, if you left the orange lines, those would be fine to build on. Now, the one to the north, the little small square would not.
Gotcha.
It wouldn't fall into conformity. Yeah,
Okay, gotcha. But we're not missing much.
right.
I mean,
We're close. We just couldn't get enough.
I understand.
Yeah.
So we're, in essence, the request is to get 110 square feet out of 6,000.
Right. That's right. Because the lot size.
Because of the lot.
And by flipping it that way, it would appear to me that it aligns with the other. And I think it will. It's my personal feeling that that's a good example of when being close. That's much closer than the previous ask, I guess.
Travis, what are these buildings across the street, the long buildings? Is that part of the old Dunn Hospital
It
offices
was, yeah.
complex thing?
I believe so.
Docks and-
Their old offices and different
Yeah,
things.
okay.
Yeah.
Are anybody in those anymore?
You don't know for sure if there is.
Charlie Meadows was running a business out of there. I don't know what else is in there.
Meadows Heating and Cooling, yeah.
Well, he had his generator, that Generac.
And I'm going to assume this looks like a parking lot here on the,
It is.
and that's not part of this whole discussion.
It is. Yeah, that'd be one of our lots. That'd be lot 2A.
That would be 2A.
Yeah,
Okay,
but it
there's my
meets-
missing part.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it meets conformity for those.
Yeah.
It's just when we do the lot 2B, it doesn't quite hit
It's
it.
the little one 2B that's
Yeah.
the issue.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you now. I couldn't find my third lot. I
Right.
was trying to cut it
Oh,
down.
yeah.
Okay,
So I have a question. What should we hear, because they are related here based upon plans, it sounds like in the same general area, the other two items to determine, or should we rule on?
I think we need to do it separately, because from what I can tell looking ahead,
Okay.
that the other one's across the street.
yeah, I agree. I'd like to
Okay.
keep these
Very,
separate.
very good.
And the other twos come down to, basically it's a lot with 2 rental homes on each one.
Right.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Just wanted to, perfect. We're doing it.
Be late. That's all 4 o'clock.
And you missed all the, contentious stuff.
Any other discussion then on item 5?
I mean, considering that, this kind of keeps in line with kind of the discussion before, this kind of keeps in line with the current neighborhood, and it's not a dramatic decrease on the specific lot. I don't think it's really outside of just pure looking at the numbers, anybody would ever notice.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any reason why I would have a problem with this personally. I don't know about anybody else, but
I don't think I do, because I was kind of writing at the head of the line for the other one with Adam, but that was a 1,500 square foot reduction 3 times. This is 110, well, I'm sorry, 510 square feet.
Yeah.
Once.
Trying to, right.
That goes down a little bit easier in looking at how this would be then laid out. So I'm comfortable with this one, and I would make the motion as such unless you want to do that. I'll make the motion, we approve the variance request for item 5 to make one lot to be 5,590 square feet.
Very good. Now, do I have a second?
I'll second
I
it.
have a second from Heath. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 5, that variance has been approved as requested.
Thank you.
Yes. On to number 6. And then, so I will read this. We are saying that it's always something LLC requesting a variance to developmental standards for less than required lot size of 6,000 square feet in a PR zone at 1603 23rd Street. The lot is currently 6,500 square feet, and they wish to subdivide the parcel into two parcels, resulting in each parcel being 50 by 65, or a total of 3,250 square feet each.
That's correct.
Travis, just on the order, is that this one here?
Yep.
Okay.
It sure is. So that existing lot is 50 foot by 130 feet. There's two rental homes on this property. What he's wanting to do is put a line between the homes and separate them and make them two different tax parcels for just future planning down the road.
That, and then pictures worth 1,000 words. Is that, which one is that? Is that this one?
No.
No. Next one.
It's this one right here.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you'll see the two buildings on it. He just wanted to split the two buildings.
Now, nobody might know,
No.
nobody might not know this, I guess, but just looking at this picture, it doesn't look like these were built together at the same time. Just judging by the
Yeah.
appearance of the roofs there,
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. That's a good question.
it was a garage.
You
Okay,
converted the garage into a house.
gotcha.
That's okay.
Which put them in, unless there was a variance, and I don't remember doing that, it was probably before my time, but that knocked the lot out of compliance, even at that point with two houses on a 6,500 square foot parcel.
It's
So then we
existing.
had two houses.
Well, his distance between his two parcels was in compliance.
Because they had the spacing,
Yes.
the,
Because it's one parcel, but the spacing was okay.
it's one
between-
parcel at 6,500, but the spacing is such they could put two houses on that parcel.
Yes.
Got it,
Gotcha.
got it.
still
And now they're
have-
wanting to, in essence, draw a line between the two houses.
Correct.
And then, boy, I'll go back. We're taking something that's in compliance right now and suddenly making it out of compliance by 50%.
And there are two dwellings here. So that's the bad thing.
Yeah.
You got two houses basically on one tax parcel. Yeah, so we're wanting to hopefully get the variance so we can do a minor plat to clean that up, to make it two tax parcels instead of just one with two dwellings.
There's no plans on changing the structures or anything at this
No.
point? Okay.
Mm-mm.
If you drew the line halfway between, would all the setbacks and everything be in compliance?
It'd be pretty close.
It'd be close.
Yeah, we'll have to really make, it'll work, but we'll have to really make it work to get it to work in there.
We could have done this, so he'll have to come back to do a minor subdivision of these anyway, but not to hear it over the planning.
Right.
But it seemed best to do the variance request first, because if you deny the variance request, there's no reason to do the minor subdivisions.
All right.
Yeah.
I did not provide you with a larger map, but if you were to look at the GIS map, you would see properties to the north of that are smaller, like what he's requesting.
I've got a map here too.
You know,
Goes out a little further maybe.
you have those two properties and these two properties
The one just north of it right there that they're talking about.
that are smaller than the 6,000.
They're basically, they're exactly the same thing.
It is kind of, yes.
Do you know the history of those, how they ended up that way?
I'm going to assume they were grandfathered in.
Probably prior to 1984, would be my
Yeah.
guess.
Or-
Kevin, I mean, obviously, a lot of purview, but I mean, is that an issue of tax rate as far as having two houses on the same tax parcel and two residences as opposed to I don't know.
I don't think it's on taxes. I think there's some benefits when it comes to finance. Maybe you would have more.
It's been so long, I'm out of the loop.
Right. From what I've understood from other people, when you have them separated out,
I
you're
understand,
financing a little bit.
I understand what you're saying, yeah. Because even though they're both homes, it's looked at as one property from the standpoint.
And if he chose to sell, then you would need them separated.
As far as collateralizing and all that.
Are these, both rentals or one of them a rental at this point?
I'm pretty sure they're both rentals. Yeah,
And occupied, to your
I
knowledge?
believe so. Yeah.
One is occupied, the other is still being remodeled.
Lee, what do you think? I mean, the thing that differentiates this from before is the fact that as of now, nothing new is being built and we're just literally, changing the,
And that's true.
but,
It's not a bare lot that we're
right.
dividing up into how many sections, and letting it go out of compliance by doing that. These are existing structures. I wish it wasn't cutting each parcel in half.
I don't,
That's a big ask.
yeah, I don't really like that either.
And if you think I don't like that one, wait till we get to the next one. I strolled ahead.
Right.
It gets a little tighter.
A lot.
That's item number 8, that's item number 3,
Right.
or 7.
Yeah, lots to do though.
Yeah.
I just hate to make something that's compliant out of compliance. And I know there are benefits to somebody to that, whether that be the city government for tax purposes, the owner for resale. It's hard to sell a place with 2 houses on it if you're looking to move something. And so I'm sure there are reasons to do this.
What's the age of these structures here?
Well, I have no idea, to be honest.
Because it's there then, because if he was to resell it, is this something that whoever would, like, obviously, well, it makes sense to me if you're wanting to buy the whole lot, is if those were in such bad shape, you're wanting to just build one home there. Because that would, considering majority of the homes aside from the one that happens to be right beside it and around there, it's in line with the lot sizes of all of those in the area. But you said that was a garage. I mean, in theory, I guess it can be converted back.
Just out of curiosity, I mean, when something like that happens, how, am I thinking about that incorrect? How could that occur, go from the garage to? I mean, it's not something we did, I remember hearing or anything, is that okay to do that, I guess?
Yes, I mean, there are other places it's happened. It has the minimum square footage. to
As
be
long as
a-
it's got the minimum, I mean, it meets everything, and, okay. Gotcha. It kind of screws things up when you put.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
It has all the, bathroom, kitchen.
Right, it's got everything that
It
needs
has
to,
everything it needs to be a home.
which obviously is taxed different, I mean, all of that, I mean, so it's not like anything's really being, it'd just be, I understand why for you it would be cleaner.
Probably 250 square feet, pretty small to me.
Mhm.
I just have a problem going out of compliance with something that's in, because I try to go the other way.
I don't disagree.
And
I try to bring things into compliance and all right.
It's not 410 feet difference, there isn't like.
No, it's again, the last one, it was, again, unless you actually had the numbers in front of you, you weren't gonna notice.
Right, agreed. That's definitely, the determining. factor.
Well, to move it along, I will make a motion that we deny this request for the variance from these development standards.
And I'll second it.
And I have a second for that. All in favor of the denial of this variance, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So the second item for Always Something LLC, but the sixth item for the meeting today has been denied. Let me read number 7 and the final request today, Board, of the public hearing.
Hang with us, Travis. You're 0 for 2 right now, man. No, you're one for 3.
I'm 1 for 3. I batted average is way down today.
Very good.
You're going into a slump.
Yeah, it's not on you.
No,
Promise you that.
it's all business.
So Always Something LLC is requesting a variance from developmental standards for less than required lot size of 6,000 square feet in a PR zone at 1512A and B 23rd Street. Requesting to subdivide the parcel that is currently only 3,540 square feet, and this would result in lots 3 and 3A being 1,770 square feet.
That is correct. So the existing lot there is an existing platted lot. It's 59 by 60. And it actually has 2 dwellings on it.
I drove past there today. I finally found it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like 2 little tiny houses.
Right.
And this one wouldn't be big enough if we tore them both down to do anything else with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Same kind of deal, rental houses.
Yeah.
Occupied.
I'm assuming, are they occupied, those 2?
Yes.
I thought they were, yeah.
Just for the board's information, one of them is a garage that was converted to a residence. If my memory serves me correct, it was before I started at planning department, but I believe he came before the board for a variance to be able to do that in the first place because the setbacks between the house and the garage are not small, are not big. So I believe that's already been considered, at least for, to be able to do that one. I didn't look that up, I apologize for that, but I'm pretty sure that.
I don't remember that. For something this tiny, I think that would have been, I think that would have stuck in my head to convert. Unless it was,
This was purchased in 2021.
2021?
Yeah. Is when this was purchased.
Well, I was certainly here then. I do not remember it, which is of no consequence. I don't remember a lot of stuff.
But
It
same,
didn't bother me then, it bothers me now.
same reasoning for doing this though. Essentially,
Exactly.
exact same.
You got 2 dwellings on one parcel, trying to separate them.
Well, I hate to make this short and sweet, but considering what we just did, the last motion, I don't, I'll give another chance for everybody to speak before I make a motion, but I don't see any logical reason why not to keep the same.
As I
reasoning
said
behind
earlier,
this one.
they
Yeah.
thought I was unreasonable on the first one. Wait till we get
Yeah.
to this one. We're just making them. And this one doesn't even come close to fitting anything.
It's a larger ask than what was just denied.
Probably, and as I said earlier, I'm big on precedent. I think we just set one.
Yeah, so I'll make the motion, echoing our last motion to deny this request.
Do I have a second? A second. All in favor of the denial of this variance? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Sorry, you got, I mean, you get good information. This is,
That's why you guys are on this board to hear these out, so, yeah.
we need to maintain our streak, I guess, whatever you want to call it, our common thought. So, thank you very much, all. I think with that, we got through 7 items today. Is there any other items that anybody wants to discuss?
Anything going on in the city? Well, tell your mom and dad it's real sunny up there, about 85 degrees.
I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I so move.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you, guys.
Thank you.